Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Brummer with Siouxland Public Media News. Just a week ahead of early voting in Iowa, Woodbury County's top election official worries about falling absentee ballot requests. Election Commissioner Pat Gill says only 3,500 requests have come into his office. That is less than half of previous midterm elections. Gill urges people to vote early, since absentee ballots must arrive before the polls close on Election Day.
And we want people to consider doing that because, we don't want chaos at the polls. We want people to be able to go in and make sure that they cast their ballot in the proper way and that it gets counted.
The last day to request an absentee ballot is 5 p.m. on October 24th. The Woodbury County Auditor's Office is sending out a letter to registered voters, alerting them of their polling places due to redistricting. Gill also plans to open up the Long Lines Recreation Center for all early voting days, including Saturdays and Sundays. A group linked to the Kremlin has claimed credit for online attacks which did not impact flights or air traffic control, but took down the websites of airports in big cities, including Des Moines. Sioux City's airport site was not impacted. A Northwest Iowa dairy farm has agreed to pay $10,000 for a manure leak that spanned several days, polluted a creek, and killed an unknown number of fish, according to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. The Iowa Capital Dispatch reports the leak was first noted by workers at Black Soil Dairy near Granville in March, but they did not realize it was flowing into a nearby creek. Instead, they incorrectly believed it was going into a drain that led to manure storage. A recent report has found the average rate of family premiums for health insurance offered by private employers has increased significantly in Iowa. The annual report by the State Health Access Data Assistance Center, or SHADAC, at the University of Minnesota. The annual report was done by the State Health Access Data Assistance Center, or SHADAC, at the University of Minnesota. It found the average premium rate for Iowa families jumped by about 9%. From 2020 to 2021. That's significantly above the national average of 3%. Robert Hest is a research fellow at SHADAC. He says Iowa's relatively small population may factor into the significant change.
Because there's a smaller population, it doesn't take as many employers, large employers, to make changes to the types of plans they're offering or to the cost of those plans to really swing these statistics.
According to the report, about 87%, or 1.2 million Iowans who work in the private sector, were offered insurance by their employer last year. More federal money is coming to help feed hungry kids in Iowa. Additional benefits are being made available through the Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer Food Assistance Program, according to the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services. Families will get almost $400 per eligible child under the age of 6 who receive SNAP benefits during June, July, and August of 2022. The benefits will be issued starting tomorrow and will be added to the family's SNAP EBT card. And Iowa State University is planning a year-long tribute to Jack Trice, the university's first black athlete who died in Ames on October 8, 1923, from injuries he suffered 2 days earlier in a football game in Minnesota. The Cyclones football stadium is named in honor of Trice, and officials say the street outside will be too. The celebration of the 100th anniversary of Trice's death will include all aspects of his life. For more information, check out the website jacktrice100.com. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Sheila Brummer.